Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Now I am going to present to you our study on the ODL experience among B40 and non-B40 students in pre-diploma program assessing students' perception. My name is Siti Nurleena Abu Mansor and these are our colleagues, Mahanim Omar and Siti Mariam Saad. We are from Department of Computer and Mathematical Sciences, University Technology Mara, Cawangan, Pulau Pinang. Open Distance Learnings or ODL has been a part of educational system since the 18th centuries when it was first implemented at the University of Chicago. ODL provides opportunities for open access education and training without requiring teachers and students to be in the same place. Since then, the development of technology in education has led to widespread acceptance and innovation in ODL. Drastically, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the entire educational system seemed to undergo a significant transition to ODL. Upon this date, ODL has become a common practice for primary, secondary, and even tertiary education. It has been the greatest challenge for many countries at the point that they need to radically change the traditional teaching methods to ODL following the lockdown by the government. The South in 2020 explored the obstacles to achieving quality in ODL for higher education institutions during the pandemic, and he suggested the need for improved infrastructure, prepared electronic courses and training, and most importantly, providing internet access to all students. Nevertheless, the sudden changes affect all students from each level of income groups, no exception to the lower income, or known as B40 families in Malaysia, with a total of 40% of the population and may be growing. The hardship they endure during the pandemic not only to survive the retrenchment but also persisting their children's education. These lower income families may face difficulties providing their children with the necessities required for ODL, such as smartphones, laptops, sufficient internet data, and so forth. The objective of this study are to assess and explore the perception of B40 and non-B40 students on the sudden transition of ODL based on their experience, and also to evaluate students' perception on the supports they receive from their families and teachers in ODL. Moving to methodology, a cross-sectional study was used to explore the pre-diploma student first-time experience on ODL based on the availability of support from the family and the lecturers. The respondents in this study was 206 pre-diploma students who registered in pre-diploma science program and pre-diploma commerce program in University Technology Mara, Cawangan, Pulau Pinang. The data was collected in November 2020 using online questionnaire. The questionnaire development was based on literature reviews, as stated, and the themes we explored are perception on student ODL experience, lecturer supports, and parent supports. The data analysis used was descriptive and inferential statistic. The chi-square test was used to discover if there was any association between category Group B40 and non-B40 students and their ODL experience. After that, the score for teacher support and family supports were calculated based on 3 selected questions for each category. We use 5 Likert scales type answer from 1, which is strongly not agree, to 5, strongly agree. Independent sample t-test was used to compare means of score between the two groups for teacher support and family support. This test was done to understand whether the support students received from teachers and their families during ODL were differed between the groups. The data has Chromba Alpha scores of 0.843. The results indicates that only 74% of B40 students admitted that they do not have sufficient internet data compared to non-B40 group, which is 56%. This may lead them to have problem in downloading notes and videos. There are also more than 50% of B40 students admitting of having problems in downloading notes and videos, higher compared to non-B40 students. Based on earlier results, B40 students seem to be more affected by the pandemic situation that led to the problems with ODL. Since the study is of two variables, which is students group B40 and non-B40, and experience problem in ODL, a chi-square test was used to test for association between these variables. The table shows the chi-square test results. The chi-square statistic is equal to 1.875 with p-value equal to 0.392. Therefore, the result is not significant as the p-value is greater than 0.05. So we have to reject the H null. This means that there is no association between the two groups with experience problems in ODL. Next, the study explored the support students received from the teachers and family regarding ODL. From the table, the total score of teacher support and family support were grouped into three classes: less if they have score between 3 and 6, average if they have score between 7 and 11, and good if they have score between 12 and 15. Both groups indicated that they received good support from the teachers. However, for family support, there are only 59% of B40 students receive good support compared to 75% of non-B40 students. There were also 9% of students from B40 and 2% students from non-B40 claimed that they got less support from their family during ODL. Independent sample t-test was used to compare mean score between the two groups for teacher support and also for family support. This test was done to understand whether the support that students received from teachers and their family during ODL would differ based on group. Our hypothesis is there is no difference in mean score between B40 and non-B40 group with the perception of lecturers and family supports. The table shows the result. There was no significant difference in mean score for teachers support and also family support between B40 and non-B40 groups. After going through the result, we can conclude that sufficient internet data is important in making sure the implementation of ODL is a success. Students who faced with insufficient data could not receive materials from their lecturers even how good the materials are. All the lecturers' effort would be wasted and the students could not get benefits from those materials. This condition could halt students' interest in ODL, which lead them to have difficulties and lost interest in their studies. There are 41% of B40 and 25% of non-B40 students admitted that they do not get good support from their family through ODL. We need to give more attention to this group and try to find solutions to help them through ODL. B40 students were the most affected with problems in ODL, perhaps because of the constraints in expenses for internet data subscription and unable to have good devices for ODL. Here are our suggestions. For the student, Please inform the lecturer if you have any problem, regardless insufficient internet data, unreachable internet coverage, or even if you have to work to help your parents. Do not stress yourself with all those problems. The lecturers will definitely understand your problems and can discuss with you the best solution for you to go through ODL. And for the lecturer, please take time to ask the student their problems. Be understandable and concerned on their well-being. Make short notes and short videos for fast downloading. Maybe just being in your class could bring joy for them that day. And last, to all parents, we are far from being in your shoes or even dare to judge anything that you have done for your family. But please understand that your children are having ODL at home. Know their ODL schedule and give them time to attend their classes. It is kind of you if you could provide your children space and create comfortable environment for them to study. At the end, their success definitely would give pride and bliss to you. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you.